Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, May 17, 2025. Today's energies are a little tricky in the social or romantic department. It can be difficult to put complete faith in something or someone right now, and it is probably advisable not to until you have more confidence about the matter. It makes sense to handle guilt or insecurity to help clear the path forward. As the day advances, energies are strong for creative satisfaction and expressing affection. Learning something that helps move you forward can figure strongly. The moon enters your sign, bumping up the volume of your emotional needs. It's a time in the lunar month to listen more closely to your feelings. Jupiter spends about 12 to 13 months in each zodiac sign. This means that wherever our great benefic soars, we will experience a greater emphasis on the themes, mindset, and frequency of that particular zodiac sign. Presently, Jupiter spins in the high heavens of mutable air sign Gemini, and this will even affect how we experience and pursue sex and intimacy. Gemini is a highly intellectual zodiac sign, encouraging us to take a more mental and cerebral approach to how we flirt, seduce, and communicate our needs sexually. This may even cause more people to engage online, start dating profiles, or sext with one another. You're burning up with good feelings about your work and won't be able to contain your smile as long as you're collaborating with people. Avoid solo projects. You positively shine around others. Intensity is not your way, although it might be recommended if you are beginning to feel sick lately. For example, you may want to consider intensifying your consumption of water, something highly recommended at this time. Try making it a habit to drink a couple of glasses of warm water before your morning coffee or tea. To further hydrate and nourish your cells, invest in a juicer and make healthy drinks from fresh fruits and vegetables. Your day may be highlighted by a relative. This day it would not be surprising if you received a visit or a call asking for your assistance. Given your generosity and natural inclination toward helping others, you may have to weigh everything out before committing to someone in this regard. Keep in mind that you have much to do for yourself, as well, and that there are going to be times when you can't do everything that's asked of you. If requests made today are not feasible, be sure to say no. Since Jupiter returned to your work sector in May 2024 to begin your biggest year for job growth and expansion in over a decade, the moon's return to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart each month has seen them clash. With no planetary activity here and the moon passing through in just a few days, this has been the important chance that you get every 4 weeks to check that you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. However, today it is for the last time before Jupiter leaves and just before the Sun is due to return next week to start bringing things home. While an alignment between Saturn and the dwarf planet Ceres that peaked in your communications sector yesterday is starting to separate, they will continue to work together to not only get the communication lines open but in a way both you and your relationships actually need. Words are just words if they aren't for the right purpose, and with important times ahead on the relationship front, this couldn't be more important. Taurus, your grounding presence brings calm to chaotic spaces. Your quote of the day: peace is a power, not a pause. Your color of the day is sage green, nurturing and serene. Lucky numbers: 2, 5, 16. Focus on stabilizing your environment, home or inner world. A small ritual brings big emotional clarity. Don't let comfort become avoidance. Build, don't drift. Our eyes in the sky. Welcome to your tarot reading for May 17, 2025. Whether you're arriving here seeking clarity, reassurance, or just a quiet moment to reconnect with yourself, you've landed exactly where you need to be. This reading is more than just predictions. Think of it as a reflective companion for the day ahead, one that encourages you to pause, breathe, and listen inward. Today's cards are the Chariot, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands, and King of Swords. Each one carries a piece of guidance, and together they tell a story of resilience, collaboration, emotional renewal, and mental clarity. Let's unfold this narrative and see how it might align with your path today. We begin with the Chariot, a card of movement, momentum, and willpower. If you've been wrestling with indecision lately or waiting for a sign to act, this is it. The Chariot says you've got what it takes to push forward, even if the road ahead isn't perfectly paved. It's okay if you've been feeling like things have been pulling you in two directions. Sometimes it's in the tension that we discover our strength. Today, take one step with intention. You don't have to rush, but you do have to trust that you're capable of steering your own journey. Next comes the Three of Pentacles, which brings the reminder that progress often comes through collaboration. You're not meant to go it alone. This could be a nudge to lean into your community, to ask for support, or to recognize how much value others bring into your life. Think about the last time someone helped you in a small but impactful way, maybe a friend who reminded you of your worth, a coworker who made your day easier, or even a stranger who smiled when you needed it. This card asks you to notice those connections and maybe even reach out to co-create something meaningful today. Who could you build with, learn from, or simply share the journey with? The heart-opening Ace of Cups is next, and what a beautiful gift it is. This card signals emotional renewal, new beginnings in love or connection, and the overflow of heartfelt energy. If you've been feeling emotionally parched, the Ace of Cups is like that first sip of water after a long hike. It invites you to feel deeply again, to soften where you've hardened, and to give yourself permission to be vulnerable in safe spaces. This may be a day where a conversation heals something. A moment of self-compassion shifts your mood, or even where a creative spark reignites your passion. Let love, in whatever form it shows up, surprise you. Now we arrive at the Nine of Wands, a card that honors your persistence. It's okay to admit that you've been tired, or even a little on edge from holding it all together. This card tells you that you've come so far, and even though you're not quite at the finish line, you are incredibly close. Today, take a moment to honor your endurance, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally too. Maybe you've been standing guard over your boundaries, protecting something precious, or simply trying to keep your head above water. Whatever it is, know that your resilience has not gone unnoticed. You've done more than survive, you've grown through it. Finally, the King of Swords steps in, offering clarity and leadership energy. This card represents truth, intellect, and the power of speaking clearly. If there's a conversation that needs to happen or a decision that's been lingering, this is the time to approach it with calm confidence. The King of Swords doesn't shy away from difficult topics, but he does so with wisdom, fairness, and detachment from drama. You may find yourself thinking more clearly today, or seeing a situation for what it truly is. Use that insight wisely. Your voice has weight, and your mind is sharper than you may realize. When we look at the full spread, a pattern emerges: forward movement, meaningful collaboration, emotional healing, persistence, and clear-minded truth. It's a powerful recipe for growth, but also a reminder that you are both soft and strong. You are capable of pushing forward while staying open. You can hold space for others while honoring your own needs. And even when the path feels uncertain, you have an inner compass that knows which way is true for you. So let me ask you this: where in your life are you being invited to trust your strength without hardening your heart? Is there a connection, a project, or a dream that's asking you to show up just a little more boldly today? I invite you to share your reflections in the comments. What part of this reading resonated most with you? Have you recently made a decision that required courage? Or maybe you've had a moment of clarity that shifted everything. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. You are doing beautifully, even if you can't always see it. Keep going. Keep feeling. Keep choosing what aligns with the truest version of you. You are supported, you are guided, and you are never alone on this journey.